Sari Arambulo and Molly Brown are on opposite sides of a murderous world in Bloody Axe Wound. After a variety of smaller roles in everything from ABC's The Middle to Girl Meets World, Arambulo broke out in the NBC and Peacock comedy AP Bio as Grace, while also having appeared in The L Word. Generation Q. Brown similarly got her start with small supporting roles in a variety of TV shows before holding a more recurring role in CBS and Paramount Plus' Evil, while also landing the major role of Deborah Morgan in the newly released Dexter: Original Sin. Arambulo stars in Bloody Axe Wound as Abby Bladecut, the daughter of serial slasher Roger Bladecut, who aspires to follow in his footsteps and become Clover Fall's next star slasher. In an effort to learn his ways, she goes undercover at the local high school, where she meets Brown Sam Crane, a rebellious teen who practically runs the school. However, when Roger continues to doubt Abby, and Abby finds herself drawn to Sam in a way in which she doesn't want to murder her, things become far more complicated than she anticipated. Alongside Arambulo and Brown, the ensemble Bloody Axe Wound cast includes Fire Country star Billy Burke as Roger, fellow AP Bio alum Eddie Levy, Sage Spielman, Margot Anderson Song, Matt Hopkins, David Littleton, and The Walking Dead's Jeffrey Dean Morgan as another star serial slasher, Butch Slater. Morgan also produced the movie with his wife and production partner Hilary Burton, with Uncle Peckerhead's Matthew John Lawrence writing and directing the horror comedy. Ahead of the movie's release, Screen Rant interviewed Sari Arambulo and Molly Brown to discuss Bloody Axe Wound, what drew them to the wild horror comedy, Lawrence's vast world-building he shared with them, their character arcs, Arambulo reuniting with Levy, and the unique relationship Abby and Sam form as the film progresses. Arambulo and Brown had never read a script like Bloody Axe Wound. Sari Arambulo: yeah, first of all, the concept is so original. Matt, the writer-director, is just such a genius with coming up with this world. We talked extensively about it, and he has talked about his writing process, and he has pages and pages of world building. There's so much more to the world than we really get to see, and there's more to come from him, always. So first of all, the world that he built, I just think it's such a strong concept right off the bat, and then being able to blend genres so seamlessly with horror plus comedy. I come from more of a comedic background, so being able to get the chance to do something that was more in this horror space really spoke to me. For sure. Molly Brown: yeah, for me, it was the concept as well. I had never read a script like that, and the most similar thing I could compare it to in my head is Cabin in the Woods, which, to me, if you're in the same kind of genre-bending thing, that's exciting. I think we lean more into the comedy side of it than the horror side. I also then watched Matt's first film, Uncle Peckerhead, and laughed out loud. That film is also so funny. It's another thing of, like, this guy who's a monster, but kind of doesn't want to be one. He's also just really nice. I really like Matt's sense of humor, and I really liked how fleshed out these characters were, and the whole world. I could tell from talking to Matt, too, when we met about the project that, like Sari said, there's so much that he has, like, sequels and prequels that he'd love to do for this. When you get a chance to be part of something that feels so vibrant and colorful, it's easy to fall in love with being part of that. Sari Arambulo: yeah, it was just such an amazing role to really sink my teeth into, because she really goes on this journey of like, this is the world that she's grown up with and in, and this is all she knows. She has such a strong relationship with her father, and Matt and I talked about this a lot of like how long they've had this business. This is her whole life, and this is all she knows. And then meeting Sam and going to this high school completely turns that on its head, and she gets to question everything that she's known. I just find that part of the story so refreshing. And I'm a huge fan of coming-of-age films and films about self-discovery. So really getting to follow that trajectory, and explore her curiosity, like, why are things the way they are, and really questioning, that was really fun for me to play into.